Welcome back to a brand new video. If you're new, subscribe. If you're old, maybe sort out a retirement home. Today, we're going to be looking at the Snapchat Discover feed, something that I think is poisoning the mind of the youth. And I realize that's a very boomer thing to say, but when I show you what's on here, you are going to be agreeing with me as we all nod our heads in the retirement home. Also, my tour is on sale now, loosebeers.com. The dates are here and I want to see you there. Get your tickets. The Snapchat Discover page is some weird mesh of like news and influencer spam and then just clickbait and just misinformation. Like, if you ever wanted to find the definition of misinformation, just open up the Snapchat Discover feed and click on any of it. Got a banger. We have this that is just called Crack, and it's not the exciting kind, it's about a chiropractor.
Good. Sweet.
I love chiropractics that are also influencers because they exclusively treat one type of person, and that is a woman with terminally large breasts. It's always just a woman with a giant rack or just a massive ass, and they're just folding them in ways that are just not really designed to help them crack their back, but definitely designed to help them get views. It's really great. Here's a great one. I've spent $50,000 transforming from boy to it girl.
Gorgeous, sexy. I've spent over $50,000 to achieve my it girl look.
My experience dating a trans woman is...
Yeah, I'm not sure if you would really want to be described as an it girl if you were trans. You know, it's not exactly progressive, is it?
Dating a cis woman.
I don't want to look like anyone else. I don't want to look like a doll. I want to look as perfect as possible.
She doesn't look like any other human I've seen before. She looks like a few fish that I've seen in the ocean, but not any humans. Here we go. Have a look at this. A little bit of voyeurism, thinly veiled as feminism. See all of Halsey's breastfeeding pictures. Now, is this really for women empowerment, or is this for 14-year-old boys who want to see a titty? I think we know who's clicking on this one. Me. That like in all of these slides they're going, what is a correct statement? Breastfeeding is normal, but they are only showing videos and photos of like 11 out of 10 women doing it, you know? So what Snapchat is really going is breastfeeding should be normalized for hot chicks. Uglies, do it in the bathroom. Yeah, look, I'm just scrolling through a bunch of these and I'm not seeing a single woman that doesn't make me want to swap with the baby. You know, like put a 6 in there and then it'll be a little bit normalized, you know? Don't just normalize shit for hot people. They have enough privilege. Yeah, here we go. More freak shows. We have a woman with a horn growing out of her fucking forehead and then it just swaps to a guy on crutches breakdancing. Where's the woman with the horn? I clicked on this because, oh, there she is. Is that a horn? It looks like a... That looks like what my dog does when I let him out the backyard in the morning. That doesn't look like a horn. That looks like a turd. Here we have Snapchat really just targeting me for some reason. We've got a poor boy that seems to have some kind of tumor put next to Lil Nas, who has photoshopped himself to look pregnant. I don't know, like, what is it about these two images? Like, obviously, they look very similar, they're for very different reasons, but why are they placed at the top of my feed? Like, what does Snapchat think I want to see? Because it's not this. Okay, now this is classic Snapchat. The Hub, it's called. They gave up, weren't they doing news outlets for a while? Like CNN was on here and Vice was on here. Now they've just fucking given up on that and they're creating their own, like, outlets. This one's called The Hub, and it's got a really hot girl with her titties out, and the headline is, her insane cosplay accessory fell off. Finally, Snapchat is going back to its roots and embracing the reason why it exists. Looking at pictures of titties. Okay, and this is just gaming highlights, so I've just been completely clickbaited here. There's no cosplay accessories at all. This is literally just gaming highlights. Another just freak show tab, humanity. It cost me $80,000 to turn into a dragon. I mean, I think that they are now misracing him, you know? They've put him in the humanity tab, put him in the dragons tab. Would you respect this dragon's wishes to be treated as a mythical creature that doesn't exist? If you really wanted to treat this man well, you'd hunt him down and kill him in a cave and take his treasure. Although, considering he spent $80,000, I would imagine he doesn't have any treasure left.
That not just anybody can do, or not just anybody will do.
Oh, he's an old guy. What a cool, creepy uncle to have. Like, oh, is your uncle the dragon guy? Like, yeah.
$80,000. My name is Legion, also known as the Dragon Lady. First of all, as you can tell, what's most visible is my tattoo work. And
man, this guy would love Hillary Clinton.
because I'm mirroring the mouth of a rattlesnake.
No, you're not mirroring the mouth of a rattlesnake. You're mirroring the mouth of a meth head. Every time I get too far into a particularly fucked story, the phone just goes, that's enough. And I cannot blame the phone for that. I 100% agree. Man, I don't know if it's because of the ones that I'm clicking on, but why am I seeing so many, like, freak show type things? Like, is this just what Snapchat is? Craziest medical anomalies known to science and a guy with a really hairy face. Like, is this like an ethical thing to make money out of? Is just put like the world's freakiest and strangest bodies and just put it in front of like teens and then just collect ad revenue? I'm not sure if that's right to do. Okay, I've just been past Rosie's phone, who's editing the video, and we're going to see her Discover page and see if it's any different from mine, because I've been trashing the Discover page, but maybe it's just what Snapchat thinks I want to see. Let's see if hers is any different. Billie Eilish is changing how she looks at her body. I saw that one. That's the same. Anime. This monster should not have been sexualized. I also saw that one. No, again, more just like showcasing of people with disabilities. I can be hot in a wheelchair. Will my date agree? I mean, I don't know. It depends if it's summer or not. This one, my stomach kept getting bigger until. Like, that's another, like, person with a deformity. Like, Snapchat is just pushing all of this shit on people. Why are people with deformities and disabilities and strange faces being pushed to the masses on this app? It's not on any other app. Why is it on here? Oh, here we go. Brute docs. Meet the people who like to hang from hooks.
The human body is ridiculous.
Oh, hooks in their skin. I don't like this.
You can regenerate cells and take punches and...
It's not the most wholesome couple interview, is it? When they're going, oh, so what do you like about hanging out with your girlfriend? And she goes, oh, just taking punches. You know, like that's... Something's gone wrong there during the formulation of the human mind process. I don't know if that is a wholesome interview.
The misconception that
they've kept the warning graphic images up for like a minute so far. It's like, I haven't seen anything graphic, but it's been there for a minute, so I imagine when it does pop up, I might start crying.
crazy, it's not too far off. I mean, it's pretty strange that we're hanging from hooks.
That's kind of the opposite of what I thought he would say. He's going, oh, you know, the misconception that we're crazy is, and that sentence should be finishing with, is just overblown and that's ridiculous. Of course we're not crazy. But instead he finishes it with, is, yeah, pretty actually accurate, you know? Like, I'm fucking insane. I like hanging from hooks and getting punched in the face. This is my hobby. I've lost it. Could be worse. He could be spending 80 grand to look like a dragon.
Welcome to the new iCarly.
Carly was the first influence.
That's not an appropriate ad to put in the middle of this story. I'm about to watch a bitch hang from hooks in her skin, and I'm getting an ad for the new iCarly TV series. That is not... I don't know what's gone wrong there, but you are not targeting your ads correctly. Masochism and iCarly shouldn't go together. Unless you're Dan Schneider. Yeah, you have the exact same Discover feed as me. Like, I'm not really seeing anything that's wildly different from what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a bunch of the same stories. So it seems like everyone is getting the same Discover feed. Maybe write in the comments, are you seeing the shit that I'm seeing? Because this is wild. I don't know what my conclusion here is, other than Snapchat is a very terrifying place, and if you're some kind of freak or someone who has a very genetic condition that's incredibly unfortunate, you can get a job at Snapchat. I don't know if... That's another thing. Are they paying all of these people to be in their Discover feed? To me, it just looks like Snapchat's going, ah, look at that. Ugh, yuck. And then putting an ad for iCarly in the middle of it. Like, Are these people getting paid to be showcased like this? Because they should be. I think this is what happens when Snapchat launches like a product that just fails, you know? Like at the start of Snapchat Discovery, I remember it was actual media organizations. It was CNN and Fox and, sorry, they're not actual media organizations. They're businesses that make a lot of money out of news. But it was, you know, real companies like Vice and ABC, and I would see like a lot of news companies that I'd heard before. Now I'm just seeing shit from The Hub or The Freak Show channel, and they're just showing off people with deformities and titties. So obviously whatever Snapchat is selling is no longer being bought by bigger companies, and they've had to resort to this, and that's what we get. But if you enjoy this feature and you really like looking at people with freakishly strange bodies, you will love seeing me on tour. LouSpears.com, come and see me live. I've got a bunch of dates, they're all here. These are the last dates of the year. I cannot wait to do them, and I cannot wait for a goddamn haircut, alright? Thank you very much for watching. I'm Lewis Spears. I'll see you very soon, hopefully looking less Tasmanian.
Buy my shit, buy my shirts, buy my merch and no one gets hurt. Buy my shit, buy my shirts, buy my merch and no one gets hurt. Buy my shit, buy my shirts, buy my merch and no one gets hurt. Buy my shit, buy my shirts, buy my merch and no one gets hurt.